Have you ever truly realized that financial debt is not merely a monetary obligation, but a profound psychological energy drain that continuously attracts negative outcomes into your life? Debt psychology teaches that the intense shame, deep guilt, and pervasive anxiety associated with debt actively consume our limited cognitive resources every day systematically, leading to self-sabotage. The concept of debt energetics emphasizes that to achieve genuine financial freedom, you must first intentionally release the negative emotional bonds that subtly tie you to damaging financial decisions made in the past. Neuroscience proves that chronic debt-induced stress physically compromises prefrontal cortex function, severely inhibiting your capacity to make rational, structured, long-term decisions effectively. Mastering this specific debt energy cleansing is the crucial, transformative key to immediately reprogramming your entire financial vibration towards stable prosperity. What is the single most important symbolic action you must take to psychologically delete debt from your mental ledger and start over cleanly? I will be dissecting this crucial ritual for releasing debt energy in the middle section of this video. I personally spent numerous difficult years early in my career trapped in deep guilt over past poor financial decisions, which constantly burdened every single subsequent financial move I attempted. I learned that the immense psychological pain of owing money often felt far greater and more enduring than the actual financial loss recorded, making it a form of permanent trauma. I realized that my greatest persistent struggle was not accumulating new money, but actively releasing the negative self-identity as the debtor that automatically restricted me from pursuing genuine opportunities for financial freedom. Perhaps you also recognize this dilemma, possessing great financial potential, but finding the internal shame from past debt prevents you from taking the measured, necessary risks required for future growth. Studying cognitive restructuring completely changed my perspective, clearly teaching me that sustainable financial healing begins with changing the self-damaging narrative you hold internally. We will examine exactly how simple, potent, symbolic rituals can neurologically help your brain successfully sever the debilitating bonds with past financial energy. The primary conflict created by debt is cognitive exhaustion that severely drains the limited mental resources required for complex long-term planning and consistent self-regulation. Chronic debt reliably triggers the scarcity mindset, causing the mind to focus narrowly on current deficits, which neurologically diminishes prefrontal cortex bandwidth significantly. Research indicates that individuals burdened with multiple debt accounts consistently exhibit higher anxiety levels and are substantially less capable of making optimal, profitable financial decisions. Debt is a dual burden. It depletes physical wealth and simultaneously reduces your mental capacity for effective strategic problem-solving and focus. Financial energy cleansing must proactively target this core stress source, successfully cutting the painful emotional ties between your financial past and your subsequent present-day actions. We must recognize that the journey to overcoming debt fundamentally starts with successfully releasing the associated emotional shame that holds you captive. The critical, emotional conflict involves clearly distinguishing guilt, which is constructive, from shame, which is profoundly damaging and paralyzing. Guilt centers on a specific past behavior. I made a mistake with the money, which triggers a healthy desire to correct and take positive action, representing positive energy. Shame centers on damaged identity. I am a failure because of money, which triggers debilitating withdrawal and avoidance, representing paralyzing negative energy. Debt frequently triggers shame, causing individuals to compulsively avoid looking at their financial statements, which only actively escalates the core problem. Energy cleansing must deliberately shift your vibration from paralyzing shame to empowering guilt, which successfully fosters immediate responsibility and clear, actionable solutions. The first transformative solution is the symbolic release ritual that clearly marks the end of the old debt cycle, providing profound and necessary psychological closure. This ritual involves a deliberate physical act, such as writing all paralyzing debts or regrettable past losses on a physical piece of paper, performing a heartfelt affirmation of gratitude for the lesson learned, and then symbolically destroying the paper, for example, tearing or burning it, to declare conscious, energetic release. Psychological research on ritual confirms that strong symbolic actions, when integrated with conscious, focused intention, are highly effective at reducing chronic anxiety and ingrained stress. This ritual successfully helps the brain create a clear boundary between the failure of the past and the potential of the future you are actively building. This act liberates significant emotional energy that was previously consumed by maintaining the old, draining victim narrative. The core energetic repair is achieved through cognitive restructuring, which scientifically utilizes neuroplasticity to successfully rewrite your self-narrative from failure to empowering self-efficacy. This specific technique involves identifying deeply irrational negative thoughts. For example, "I will never be able to repay this," and consciously replacing them with rational, reality-based, empowering statements. Research proves that regularly recalling and recording small, successful financial experiences can significantly boost your financial self-efficacy, FSE, which is the strongest known predictor of positive future financial behavior. High FSE biologically strengthens the prefrontal cortex, allowing you to successfully resist emotional impulses and stay focused on a strong long-term repayment plan. Reframing is an intentional belief engineering action that directly enhances your verifiable ability to generate and manage money effectively. The immediate practical application of this new vibration is consciously shifting your mental focus from debt to assets you currently possess, even if your total net worth remains negative. Psychological wealth studies show that individuals with a negative net worth still feel and perform better when they prioritize their attention on the assets they own, rather than the burden of debt. This crucial ritual should involve gratitude journaling that exclusively focuses on valuable assets, skills, and current opportunities you can leverage, never on the liabilities that must be paid. Consciously shifting focus toward assets creates an abundance mindset that triggers dopamine, which drives the necessary proactive action required for successful debt exit. Intentional alignment centers your energy on creating value, not on generating unproductive guilt. In conclusion, the financial energy cleanse is a deep psychological approach to healing financial trauma, fundamentally rewriting detrimental subconscious patterns. The conflict of sunk cost and loss aversion is definitively overcome by cognitive reframing and symbolic release rituals supported by neuroplasticity. Scientific evidence affirms that high FSE and IA, interoceptive accuracy, are the absolute keys to optimal and rational financial decision-making success. The true solution relies on severing negative emotional bonds from the past, so your energy can be focused entirely on deliberate wealth creation in the future. The necessary mindset shift is crucial for implementing this technology, moving away from identifying yourself as a victim of debt toward becoming a highly capable architect of wealth who holds complete control. Burnout and financial failure occur when we allow old damaging narratives to control our cognitive output, representing a fatal energy management error. Start by integrating the mindful pause before any major expenditure, ensuring decisions are based on prefrontal cortex rationality instead of amygdala emotional impulse. Energy cleansing urgently demands the courage to face the root issue, but the reward is genuine financial autonomy that is resilient. Imagine your core limiting financial beliefs as a poisonous, destructive tree in your subconscious garden. All your efforts to cultivate flowers, income, will consistently fail because the underlying soil is deeply contaminated by the toxic roots. The release ritual is the decisive action of completely uprooting that poisonous tree, creating clean mental space where new, positive seeds of conscious intention can genuinely flourish. You must realize that simply watering the flowers will never succeed if you never decisively address the psychological poison in the soil. Energy cleansing demands profound emotional courage to face the traumatic root problem, but the inevitable reward is true financial autonomy. Now is the precise time to make the firm decision to liberate yourself from the persistent ghosts of your financial past forever. Challenge yourself to immediately implement the symbolic release ritual for the one single largest financial failure that most haunts you, meticulously noting the lesson and consciously reclaiming your absolute power. Remember this profound truth. You never truly start from zero. You always begin from accumulated experience and valuable lessons, which are assets infinitely more precious than any starting capital. Use this powerful cleansing science to fundamentally transform your past from a debilitating burden into a solid, unshakable foundation for future wealth. Challenge yourself to immediately create a cognitive reframing journal tonight, consciously transforming every negative thought about debt into an empowering, positive statement of self-efficacy. If this powerful Psychology of Debt guide has fully opened your eyes to your immense hidden potential, please show your deep commitment by immediately hitting the like button right now. Subscribe and widely share this essential video so that more people fully understand that the ultimate secret to sustained wealth is mastering their internal narrative and healing financial trauma effectively.